and then the rest is just having a good time with dinner and drinks and the like. So look forward to seeing all of you there for that. We've got a guest presenter here tonight, but before I turn it over to Candice, I just wanted to say that when you find something that works for you from a marketing standpoint, you don't change. And it's something that Candice has used, Shannon and I are both using. We're using a magazine subscription type of program, and we haven't done this in about a year. So I wanted to have Candice introduce her option and the rep that she uses to get this started. And it does take a little bit of know-how, and definitely want to talk about the pros and the cons, but just to let you guys know, I do use a product like this, and it has been very successful for me in getting the word out that you're in real estate and that you have the ability to help a buyer or a seller in their journey. So with that, I'll turn it over to Candice to introduce our guest for tonight. And then again, if you have questions about the product, or if you have questions about the process, or just general feedback at all, go ahead and send a note in the chat. Shannon and I will be monitoring the chat as Candice and her guest speaker are taking it over from here. So thanks, you guys. Candice, go ahead.
Okay, well, I just wanted to take a moment and share with you. This is American Lifestyle magazine. This is the most recent issue that went out. I don't know if you guys can see my screen. I don't have it up as digital. This is an actual magazine that goes out to my database. This goes to my VIP clients, those ones that, well, and maybe they're not actually clients. They're the VIP people. They're the ones that are always referring me, whether they have a deal of their own or not. In addition to, it goes to those clients that we've had transactions with that went really well, and we want to stay in touch and keep them up to date. On the back, you'll see that it has, just kind of like a referrals, but it's really nice. And they have different magazines that you can switch throughout. So when I first started, I only did it for the twice a year. And over the years, so I started, I want to say in 2018 with this magazine. And, as my database grows, I add it to. This doesn't go to everybody, but it goes to, like I said, the ones that are what I would consider VIP. And now I'm up to every quarter and sending this out. To the point where my clients, if for any reason it doesn't actually happen, they're like, where's my magazine? Or last year, I've gone to listing appointments and I'm looking at my magazine on the table. So with further ado, I want to go ahead and open up for our American Lifestyle representatives to just share some information with you about the magazine and how it's helped not just myself, but a lot of other agents that are building their business and wanting to stay connected with your sphere of influence and what we call forever clients. Instead of not past clients, they are forever. Are you there, ready to go? Uh-oh. Well, we might be having some technical difficulties here. Hello, Reminder Media, are you on? There we go. Still cannot hear you, unfortunately. We did hear you shortly. There he is. No, we cannot. Cannot hear you. Well, we may need to kind of change and have another open discussion about what is going on. Let's see here. I know that you absolutely can log out and log back in. Yes, let's see if that works. Okay. Anyhow, so let's talk, you guys. We're going to just have this as an open forum to discuss what's going on in the market, any challenges that you're facing, or anything to that sort. This is an open one today, so apologies. It looks like he's having some technical difficulties. So just want to go around the room. Is there anything that anybody is working on, finding any challenges right now in the market, or anything that you've just noticed positive? Something that is working. Feel free to unmute and share if you can. I will say that most recently, in just a recent conversation, we have seen, oh, sorry, there is somebody who wants to chat. Sorry, is it Sid?
Oh, hey Candice, this is Sid here. I just thought I'd say
There you
hi.
go. Yes,
Yeah,
hi Sid, how's it going?
going good, going well, going well. Just wanted to give you a quick update on the market. I've been working for some of my clients in Bottle. I just couldn't believe how hot the market is right now. So, from
Really?
it's a seller's market there. I'm looking at the Bottle area near North Creek, and like the last 4 homes we've been tracking sold within a day or two of listing.
Wow.
All early
Sid,
offers, 10% over asking, like no contingencies. It's just been crazy, just crazy.
nice. So question for you, Sid, what is the price point for
The
this hot market?
listing, these are 3,100 square feet homes, like typically main floor, bedroom, bathroom, some backyard, listing typically
Mhm.
at 1.7 and going around 1.85, 1.9. We've been seeing some
Nice.
there.
Where are these
1.8.
clients coming from? Like where, I mean, where are they coming from? Where are they moving in from?
I won't believe one of my clients actually owns a home that's only a mile and a half away from there. They just wanted to move like closer to certain things, amenities that, they're multi-generation family and they wanted to move closer to like a temple and stuff
Mm.
like that. So they just relocated. I mean, they're right there. But a lot of clients are transitional too, meaning they still live in like they work in tech, they live in downtown Seattle, they're moving to the east side and they're looking to
Okay.
buy in that area. So I've been
So
seeing both.
coming to the east side. So Sid is over there making money with all his clients coming into the area, making moves. You said multi-generational families too,
Yeah.
upgrading a little bit. That's
Mm-hmm.
so good to hear. That is really good to hear. Wow. So, because I know that I think we've got a few agents that have had some listings in the Bothell area, and I just was curious if it's, you know, certain location or not. But it sounds like things are going well. I know that Mary has a beautiful listing as well. Mary, how is your listing going?
It's going slow. Well, I mean, we're getting lots of activity. We're 2,980,000 and on Mercer Island, and the agents have told me that it's normally taking, 10 to 15 days to sell something in that price range. But I have an amazing listing coming up on Thursday that I'll shoot out to the group.
Okay,
It's spectacular. So I'll send it out to the group. But thanks for asking.
wonderful, wonderful. Let's see here. Did our speaker make it back on?
Candice, can you hear me now?
Ah, there you are. Now
Okay.
we hear you. Absolutely. Don't see you, but I hear you.
All right, perfect. All right, I'm gonna share my screen if that's okay with you.
That's perfectly fine.
All right, thank you. All right, can you see that okay?
There we are. Yes, now we do.
All right, sounds good. Well, hello, everybody. My name is Chris Real, and I'm one of the trainers here with Reminder Media. And I want to thank you all for giving me a few minutes of your time today. So I'll try to be quick for you. What our magazines are geared to do, as like Candice said, is keep you connected to your past clients, your SOI, and hot prospects on a personal level to drive repeat and referral business. These are the 4 magazines we have to choose from. The American Lifestyle is our flagship. It's all general interest stuff. It's got leisure, art, travel, design, sports, and recipes. Start Healthy is general health and wellness. There's mind and body. There's basic fitness and exercise. The recipes, because of the name, are all healthy. And then the articles throughout are like how to detox your body, foods that'll boost your immunity, benefits of drinking a half a gallon of water a day, things like that. This Good to Be Home is my favorite. It's all real estate and home design content. It's tips to increase the value of your home, how to stage your house if you want to sell it, things to make your moving day easier, the pros of doing preventative seasonal maintenance, and with the spring and summer here, a ton of outdoor yard and garden stuff as well. This Business in Action is the newest one. We created this for the financial sector, but if you have any small business owners or investors, this is the right one for them. It's all about investing, financing, and different strategies to grow businesses and so forth. Now, the neat thing about this is you can alternate between the magazines as much as you like. So you can send all of one magazine one time and pick a different one the next, or now something we rolled out 3 months ago, for each mailing, you can tailor which magazine each person gets. So there's a lot more flexibility with it. To give you a visual perspective, if you haven't seen Candice's in person yet, Architectural Digest or Southern Living, we look and feel exactly like they do. It's a high gloss cover, 48 pages of full color, but it's got that nice heavier paper too, not that clipper stuff. And then the number one thing everybody loves, very easy to customize and maintain. So you'll see here, picture, contact info, and logo are here on the front cover. Top corner, it'll say compliments of you. In my case, compliments of Chris Reheil. If you have a partner, we can fit team pictures here as well. Now, for each edition, for each magazine, there's about 10 to 15 different cover options with all different themes to pick from. Now I'm going to flip over to the inside cover. Again, your branding is also here, but there's also a letter you can tailor to your clients. Now there's 2 ways to do the letter. One, if you're a plug and play person like myself, in the interface that we give you, there are template letters already drawn up. Whichever one you pick, they're still personalized. They're still going to say Dear Bill and Judy, not Dear Value Client or Resident, which I know we all hate. If you want to edit the letter to make it your own, say take out a paragraph and add some of your own words, you could do that. The other option, you could write the entire letter yourself. Maybe somebody you know had a milestone birthday or a newborn baby, and you want to specifically address that just to them. You could do that. It just comes down to how much time you want to put into it. Now, you also get 2 tarot cards. I call these the ultimate business cards. So again, on one side, branding, but on the other side, we have a lot of options to put on the back, and we always default to the recipes though. Now, recipes might not be your thing. We got motivational quotes. There's trivia games, do-it-yourself projects for the home, health and fitness stuff. There's stuff for the vets, pets, kids. So whatever you think of, it'll be there. But if you have something special that you want us to throw on the back of it, send it over to us and we'll do that for you too. Say, for example, you want to put any of the professional or college sports team schedules everybody follows in your area. You could do, like, just to give you an example. Now, you also have the entire back cover, inside and out, to customize. Again, in the interface, we give you a lot of template ads you could pick from, like the one you're looking at here. But what a lot of agents like to do with their back cover is put their listings and recently solds here. So anytime that you have a listing, if you want to feature it in the magazine, we could do that. And if there are no current listings at the time, but you want to showcase the recently solds, that's another option for you too. And then one other cool thing with the back cover, folks, you could sell it. It's your magazine, you own it. So if you want to co-brand, say team up with a lender, a builder, or any vendor that you know to offset your cost, that's another option for you as well. Now, when it comes to marketing tools, there's a lot of things out there you can do. And I'm sure you all get 50 calls a day. People try to sell you stuff, everything from lead generation all the way down to the helium for the balloons we're going to use for open houses, right? So I really broke this down into 2 sections for you. If you look to the left, you're going to see the dinners, the bottles of wine, gift cards, and baskets. Great closing gifts, but they're not cost effective. If you try and do this and sustain it over a long period of time for everybody you close and or meet, you will end up working for free eventually. On the right, though, very cost effective. The newsletters, flyers, and emails. I don't want to beat this stuff up. I think everything does serve a purpose. At the end of the day, though, you do want to maximize your shelf life in the home. So think about yourself. You're all in sales, but you're still consumers. You buy cars, furniture, and jewelry. When you go home at night and you grab your mail, say somebody sends you a newsletter or a flyer, 99% of the time after you look at it, where does it end up? And if you're like me, it does not make it past your mailbox. I call this stuff lottery marketing. The numbers don't match that day for something specific we're looking for. We're throwing out the tickets. That's the number one reason why agents use us. We get you onto the coffee table. This will serve as a visual reminder that you value their relationship. So I always say it's like a mini billboard in the home. But we have a minimum of a 4-week shelf life. Our average time in the home is 6 to 7 weeks is what most people keep it. Keeps you top of mind at all times. It's going to make you look great. But the most important thing, in my opinion, it gives you an excuse to reach out and check in with these people throughout the year. See how they're doing, what they thought of the magazines. Maybe they tried some recipes and things that are in there. But then you can really feel comfortable at the end of that call and remind them you need referrals. And you ask them who they know. that'll love the magazine like they do, that you can introduce yourself to, that'll be buying or selling in the upcoming markets. Okay. So that is the nurturing side of this. Now on the prospecting side of it, two things. My wife's a realtor in Pennsylvania, and I always send I send 15 magazines to us, and I have a bio letter about her in the front, and I have testimonials in the back. And then I put them in our local businesses, both our doctors, our dentist, our hair and nail salon, my barber shop, and our pediatrician. And I leave them in the waiting room on the table like a fishing line, because the people that don't look at their phones, they flip through magazines when they're waiting to be serviced. And then the other one she'll hold on to. So when she goes out on listing appointments or does open houses, you can use them as a first impression piece instead of just handing a business card, because they really add validity to your brand when you meet somebody new for the first time as well. So we can customize these different ways to hit different campaigns of your business in each batch. So it's not just like a one trick pony per se. Right now, the next slide I have is going to be the incentives that we have going for the summer. But before I get into the numbers, any questions on the concept? No. Okay. All right. So what we're doing for the summer is we're just offering a one-time mailing. So you could try this once. There's no contract. If you like it and you do want to continue like Candice has, that's always our goal. And if you don't like it, we shut it right down. So it is just a one-time test drive. Before I show you the numbers, we do have two quick new things we rolled out. This is an AI program. We released it a year ago. It's called Target Follow-Up. It'll take your entire database and it runs it through these predictive analytics, even down to what people click on and look up on Facebook and Google. It can also identify if they went to websites like Zillow or Realtor.com. And then it scores the database from first to last, telling you who the most prime targets that will buy or sell in the upcoming months based on the analytics and social media behavior. Since we rolled it out, it's been consistently operating in the 70 percentiles as far as the accuracy goes. So it's getting a ton of our agents in front of these people at the right time when they're actually clicking on stuff for themselves, family, and friends that the agents didn't know they were doing so at the time. So it's really working well for everybody. And then also QR codes. If you have a QR code or you like us to create you one, that'll take people to your website, or there's a variety of landing pages that we'll give you to capture their info. We can also do that as well. Now, my favorite one is a market analysis tool. So what I do for my wife is I put a QR code in the front. It says, if you're thinking about buying or selling, scan this to see what your house is worth. And then when I'm leaving them in the businesses, people are flipping through, they scan it, it'll take them to the landing page, it captures their info, but then it's giving them the internet value to their home. And we know the internet's always off with their estimates. So she'll follow up to give them the full CMA to showcase her worth. This is something new we rolled out 4 months ago, but in the last 3 months, she's already got a listing that's going on the market at the end of June and a buyer out of it. So it's something new that we just rolled out. It's working very well for our agents. And then I'm going to come back to this QR code in one quick second for you. Here's the last slide, which is your numbers. What you need to set up your account. We have a one-time startup to get going, normally $299. When we do these presentations, we knock $200 off. It's $99 to start. This is a one-time fee. It is not a reoccurring charge. It covers you for life, so you never pay it again. It does go to a couple things. First is your mailing list. Now, my favorite thing about us, we work off exclusivity. The names and addresses that you send these to, you own them. So if any other realtor jumps on board and your names are on their list, we make them take them off. This will differentiate you from the rest of the pack out there. So your clients and contacts are protected. Everybody gets their own marketing advisor who's going to be your assistant, and they do all the work. They customize, they mail it out. The only job you really need to do is get your photos and your list over to them. Other than that, it's about 10 minutes on the phone, just picking the covers and recipes. They will do all the heavy lifting, the technical, and the mailing. So we make it as turnkey as possible. Now, price per magazine, $4.99 a piece. It includes everything, all printing, customizations, and your postage and handling. So if you actually boil this down, it's cheaper than most Hallmark cards out there these days in the store. Our minimum is just $50, comes out to $249.50. Now, you don't pay this up front. When your magazines ship, you just pay for them when they go out, but you can pick when they go out. So we have a deadline every single week. Every agent can work at their own pace. If you want these to hit in the summer or early fall, that is totally up to you. And then that's it, folks. There's no other fees. There's no hidden cost. The price per magazine does not change on you. And when you do get the first one out, you're going to have a few months to follow up to see the impact it has. We'll follow up with you. And as long as you like it, like I said, we would love for you to continue. If you don't like it, we just shut it right down. Now, on the frequency side of it, it says here bi-monthly. The normal rotation, the magazines do go out every other month. But if you need something different than that, like quarterly or what Candice started out with, you just let us know and we can tailor it for you as well. Okay. Any questions on, I do got something special I want to do for everybody before I head out, but any questions on the pricing? No? Okay.
Nope.
So Candice, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring this QR code back up here. Okay, so if anybody wants to pull out your phones, you can scan this. You'll get some samples sent to you. Also, your info is going to come over to me. Now, being one of the trainers here, I don't get to follow up and call through the offices like a lot of our sales execs that'll do these webinars. But I would love to gain some more traction in the office. So again, we really appreciate the support Candice has given us. If anybody's interested in trying this once, if you scan this, I'll follow up with you and I will pay for the first 15 magazines for anybody who wants to do this. It'll be a $74 cash credit on me when your magazines get shipped. So instead of $249, you will only pay $174. So I'll take care of the first 15 for anybody who wants to give it a shot. Okay. And then that is all I got. And also, Candice, I'm going to put my cell phone number in the chat for everybody, if that's okay. If anybody wants to shoot me a text, they could also do that
Yes.
too. Okay. And then, yeah, that's all I got. So.
And I didn't hear you talk about this with the magazine that also comes with a digital access to the
Yeah,
magazine as well,
so
right?
there is a digital bundle that you can add on, that agents can add on to their platform. There's actually 3 parts to it. The first part is a digital magazine that goes out to your entire email list. It's only 8 pages. It's got the covers, a couple of recipes and articles. You can customize the front letter to it, but you can track the metrics to it. So you can see when you send it out, you can see who opened it and who didn't, and you get up to 1,000 of those. Whether you have 100 people or 1,000, it's all the same. The second part is my favorite part. It's a local events calendar. The same people that get your magazine, they get, excuse me, they get a calendar for the month. When they open it up for each day, within a 15-mile radius, all the hot local events that are going on are going to be listed with the description of the event. And at the bottom is your customized branding, picture, contact info, and logo. The third part is for any of you that are very active on Facebook and Instagram. In the interface that we give you, there's a whole library of all of our content you can share to your pages. But when you do share something, we're going to customize and brand your post with pictures, contact info, and logo. Okay, so those 3 things together, when agents add onto the platform, it's like a Netflix subscription. There's no contract. It is normally $80 a month. What I'll also do for everybody is anybody that wants to, that does the try, gives it a shot on the trial, the next month after your magazines go out, I'll throw a free month of the digital bundle in there for you to try too. So I'll give you the first, I'm going to take care of the first 15 free, and I'll give you 1 free month of the digital bundle after your hard copy goes out for the following month. Okay. And then that is it. That's all I got.
That's it.
Okay,
Let
any
me
questions?
see here. I don't see any.
Okay.
Nope, nothing in the chat. Anybody have anything? Any information or questions? Okay, all right. Well,
Well,
thank you
thank
so
for
much.
joining us. Yeah, we'll go ahead and let you go. And then for our agents, let's chit chat a little bit too about what we're using and what we're seeing when we're using these types of products for ourselves too. So thank you so much for joining us, Chris.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Hope you all have a great rest of the night. Thanks so much.
You too.
All right.
Open it back up.
Okay. All right, perfect. So Candice, what do you guys think?
I mean, I think he went through it kind of fast, but like I said, this has been something I've kept for, I don't know, 2018. So the last 6 years, and it's one that it's nice. It's not necessarily a set it and forget it, but it's one of those ones that I can go in and personalize the inside. This issue literally just went out last month, and then it's a way to follow up. They also send you an email, like he said, the most likely to list. And so I actually have a list of people that I can go through that for however they do this AI and figure out the most likely, I can reach out to them and just a touch. So, and you guys know, with any kind of mailing, whether it's a farm or it's mailing to your database, I think it's really important that the follow-up happens. The results do not come. I had a conversation today with an agent who's been mailing for 5 months to a sphere of influence and finally got results. And this question was, now I've got one potential, should I stop and pivot to another area? And I'm like, absolutely not. This is the long game. And I said, if nothing else, you get the phone numbers for those contacts and you start making connecting yourself with the sphere. So
It's great. Are there other products? I know we use a different product, Candice, but there are competitors to this product. I'm gonna
There
pick
are.
on Sarah Powell. If you can unmute your line, did your first issue go out with the other competitor?
Oh, I saw Sarah sent me. Where's Sarah? Sarah sent me her. She's doing, what's she doing? Core Fact? I think Sarah said she is. Hi, Sarah.
Hi. I just do funny, jokey postcards quarterly. And
Okay.
then if I have a house that's on the market, then I stick that in. Or if I have a house that just sold, I stick that in. And so they're not holiday related, so they can be sent out at any time. But yeah, I just use Core Fact. And they're fun. They're
Good,
fun and cute.
good.
Yes, they are. They are. She sent me some copies of them and they're really cute. It's like the farm friends and the llama. Yeah. So
So one thing that I love that you said, Candace, and I think it's really important to keep in mind is that we get distracted by tons of little shiny things, right? But we never follow up, or we get something and then we stop. And with anything, the moment you stop, it's like taking your foot off the gas and your car just sits there on the highway. And you would never get one cantaloupe out of a garden and then destroy it all, right? So we just need to be mindful that we pick one or two things that we are going to do regularly, 3 things at most, and stay to it, like stay consistent on it. I actually have my first, with Reminder Media, my first publication going out here. But, and it's just really to work that small sphere that I've been door knocking and I've been sending letters to. And it's just another piece to that.
right, right. Well, and even too, in a lot of my one-on-ones and conversations with some of you all, it's just sometimes it's just find the one thing and do it consistently, whether it's your farm, calling, whatever it is, just find one thing and do it consistently and we'll see results. We'll see results. I'm pulling out the old tricks and calling and following up for Mother's Day. How's everything going for Mother's Day? I hope you had a wonderful one. Is there anything that you need real estate related? Any questions? I'm happy to offer a free market analysis of your property. So just people want to hear from you. The sun has been out shining, right? And it's almost like that cabin fever is starting to get out of the way. And so get in touch with your database, your sphere of influence, your forever clients, and just let them know that you're available. It doesn't even have to be anything major. I just wanted to call you to say I'm available, or like we talked about earlier today, happy birthday. Pick up the phone and wish somebody a happy birthday. They're not getting calls anymore. It's a text message or it's a post on social media. Pick up the phone and be different and wish them a happy birthday.
I think I liked what I heard from him. He's willing to do a small batch, right? I mean,
Yep.
and so Shannon and I, we are kind of looking for, should we switch gears? I mean, we certainly could switch gears and go with American Lifestyle. And one of the competitors, they have minimums where you have to actually send to like 75 or 100. It's a larger publication, which I like American Lifestyle that allows you whatever level you want to jump into this, you can do that. And it sounds like pretty affordably if you want to test it out. So Shannon and I actually hurried and took a QR code snap because I'm thinking, I want to test it out. I think with their publication, they've done an overhaul. The photography is much better. It's rivals what we currently are doing.
The look and feel has come a long way.
really
It's a lot more modern. So yeah, if you've disregarded it in the past, it's worth reconsidering. I
And the
think, for sure.
prices have gone up even in our magazine that we use.
Yeah.
It's about $4 to $5, maybe even $6
Per person, yeah.
per person. And you can change the frequency too, which I like that
Yes.
American Lifestyle where you're locked in on our magazine
Yeah.
to doing every other month. So I did like that flexibility that he shared.
Yeah. And I'm just sending it quarterly. So 4 times a year. And I think also I don't know if he's on here today, David Sturm. He said the same thing. He does it quarterly as well.
Okay.
with American Lifestyle. So
So if
There
you
you
guys
go.
have questions
That's
about
what I'm planning to do.
frequency or the list that you're wanting to do, we've got people already there using it and having a lot of success with it. And we have learned some lessons. I think one of our agents did like a whole neighborhood, and that was way too much. So we
Yeah.
already learned some things on that. So you want to kind of be selective of who you put on this map.
very, yeah. Yeah, it's not for that client that you sold the house and they don't want to talk to you anymore.
All right. Well, I'm glad the mic worked okay, Candice. That's great. So last week it was visuals, and this week it was mic issues. So I guess it just
We
goes
made
to
it through.
say, technology is not perfect. When it works, but when it doesn't, it's frustrating. So thanks
Yeah.
for your patience, everyone.
Yes, thank you.
Have a great
Thank
week, you guys. Take care.
I have the information, so if anybody wants to give it a try later on in the future, just reach out. I've got contact information for you. Thanks so much.